Hello and welcome. Welcome to your December 2021 Taroscopes with me, Intuitive Renee. It's always such an honor and a privilege to be here to do these videos for you, and I do so enjoy doing the Taroscopes. So what is Taroscopes? What are Taroscopes? So Taroscopes are 12 videos, 12 individual separate videos with the same structure. So basically it's 12 readings that I do for each sign of the zodiac to give you a little bit of insight, a little bit of information, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of preparedness for the month ahead. And usually when I do the Taroscopes, I usually have a sort of the same reading that I do where we draw the same kind of spread, the same kind of layout. But this month I thought I would change it up a little bit because it is December. We are going into the last month of 2021. I can't quite wrap my head around that. It's crazy. The end of 2021. We're there. We've done it. And I'm one of those kind of people who believe that there's certain lessons and certain objectives and certain things that we have to go through during the year, that the universe, that spirit have laid out in front of us. And if we don't achieve, if we don't process, if we don't go through that, if we don't have the understanding, then maybe we carry it over into next year. And we're all carrying a lot, okay? Our shoulders are all quite heavy laden. So I want to help you to make sure that you're not carrying any excess baggage, any excess lessons, learning, objectives and understandings into 2022. So with that said, what I thought I would do with the Taroscopes for December is we're going to have a look at, like, for each sign of the zodiac, what was the main objective that you needed to experience, to learn or to understand during 2021. We're going to look at where you are now and we're going to look at where you're moving to. So we're sort of going to see that progression. And then I've got a couple of other things that we're going to do. So basically the idea here is that hopefully this particular reading is going to help you tick all the boxes for 2021, okay? Tick all the boxes to make sure that as you progress into 2022, that we're leaving all our baggage behind, that we've done everything we needed to, we've understood and processed and handled everything that we needed to, and that we are clear to move forward and to start 2022 off with a clear slate, that we've got nothing unresolved that we need to still handle as well. So it's about just eliminating a little bit of the baggage and clearing the way so that you can move into 2022 and have an awesome year, because I really am very confident that 2022 is going to be better than 2021. And we all know that 2021 has been better than 2020. We've had our challenges this year, there's no doubt about it. And we probably will have some more challenges going forward. But generally speaking, I think it's going to be awesome. So let me just take a minute here to explain Taroscopes. So it's done based on your sun sign. So whether you're an Aries, a Pisces, or whatever it may be, okay? And I record each reading with the intention that it be relevant and appropriate for your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. So those of you who are into astrology and know all of those things, you can go and read or watch or listen to those videos as well, those readings, to get additional information or insight. But typically sun signs is sufficient, okay? So you know what your sun sign is. And if you don't, I'm happy to give you the little list of born between these dates, this is what your sign is, kind of thing. But it is always nice to know what your moon sign is or what your rising sign is. Google is your friend there, okay? Google will help you as to how to figure it out, how to get it, and what it all means. So do go and Google it for that information. But I create these videos with the intention to help you on those areas, on those aspects of yourself, for each sign of the zodiac. So each reading has the same structure. I'm using the same set of cards in the same format or the same layout, but obviously the information that I receive and that I read in the cards will be different for each sign of the zodiac. So I will flip the camera around so that you will see the cards, you will see the table, just to make it easier, so that it gives you something to focus on, and it saves me having to hold up a whole bunch of cards. I do hope that you enjoy your reading. I do hope that it helps you to tick all the boxes that December needs you to tick, so that we can go into 2022 better, ready, more prepared, all of those kind of things. And obviously this is a free service that I'm offering. All I ask in return is that you show your appreciation by giving the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done, please do click that subscribe button. And the other thing that you could possibly do if you want more interaction with me and more from me is maybe consider clicking that join button down there and joining the YouTube family. Basically what that means, it is a monthly subscription service that gives you all sorts of access to various services that I offer, one of them being free readings every Wednesday evening. So every Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. South African time, I do a live reading. You get to post a question and I answer for you on the spot. So do consider clicking that join button now. But anyway, let's get onto your reading. I'm going to flip the camera and let's get started. Right, Virgo, let's get into your reading and let's see what December 2021 needs you to know. What do you need to be prepared for? What do you need to be ready for? What is happening for you in the last month of 2021? Right, I am using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. This is the deck that I'm working with this month. And I also have an oracle over there, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle. Beautiful decks, and I just love their vibrant colors. And I thought, you know what, being December, we needed some vibrancy in our lives, which is why I have chosen these decks. I'm making sure that I give the tarot deck a really, really thorough shuffle, just to make sure that whatever cards want to come out for all Virgo energy has the opportunity to do so. Just going to give it one more ruffle shuffle and then we'll do some overhands. So just bear with me. If you want to fast forward, you're welcome to, but I just want to make sure that we are giving the cards a proper detailed depth shuffle to make sure that we get the cards that we need to. So Virgo, we are going to look at quite a few different aspects, but basically the idea behind this reading now is to see what was the point behind 2021 for you, where are you at the moment, and what's coming up next for you, and also you know, what kind of things you still need to complete before 2021 is over and before 2022 steps through the door. So it's really just making sure that we complete everything that we need to and that we are 100% ready to embrace the new energy of 2022. Right, cards are shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck over there and we're going to lay out some cards. Right, so the first card we're going to be drawing out or laying out here is definitely, well, is talking about what was the objective of 2021. What did Spirit want you to know, achieve, and experience? Second card is going to be where you are at the moment. The third card is going to be what's coming up next for you. Where are you going to? Where are you moving towards? Card number 4 is going to be what you still need to learn and overcome during 2021. And our last card for the tarot, card number 5, is going to be what lessons you can take away from 2021. All right, these cards always want to twist on the table. Let me pick up the oracle. So as I said, this is the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I did give it a proper shuffle. It is quite big, so I can't ruffle shuffle this one. So I'm just going to do some overhand shuffling here. We're looking for a single card that we will read at the end of the reading, and this single card is going to give us just validation, confirmation, and extra information that we may need. Gosh, I am destroying everything. And I know that doesn't work for Virgo energy, so forgive me, Virgo. I can just imagine how torturous this must be for you. Bear with me. We're nearly done, nearly done. Right. Okay, Virgo, let's put the cards together, and I'm going to cut them over there. And we're going to take that card as the card for you today. Right, I'm putting all the cards away. And let's get into your reading. All right, so Virgo, we're going to start with this card over here. And as I said, this is the card, like, what was Spirit's intention for you in 2021? What did Spirit hope or want or need you to learn and to understand during this year? Let's have a look and see what we've got. Knight of Swords energy. Oh, that's interesting. Knight of Swords, when my understanding or my interpretation of Knight of Swords is about learning new ways of thinking, learning new ways of experiencing, and definitely new ways of understanding. So you're going to find that as we unfold the rest of the reading, we'll have more information. But the Knight of Swords is basically saying to you that 2021 was a year of new experiences, new opportunities, new ways of thinking, and you will have noticed that your perception of situations, circumstances, people would have shifted this year. So that was the objective. That is like what Spirit created a kind of overall feeling for you. This is what Spirit had set out. This was like, let's call it their New Year's resolution for you, of what they wanted you to achieve and experience during the year. We're now going to look at, so that's was the plan. Where are you? Okay, where are you right now with regards to that, in connection to that? So it'll give you an idea of how you've done. Have you achieved? Are you behind schedule, ahead of schedule? Did you change schedules completely? So it was about new experiences, new understandings, new ways of thinking, new ideas, and just new thought processes. Okay, different thought processes. Where are you right now, Virgo? Let's have a look and see. We have got card 5. Traditional tarot card 5 is the card of the Hierophant. And what we have is you can see it's very much a faith-driven card, but it's also about just having that kind of basic understanding of what's right and wrong, of what your morals and your belief systems. So this is where you are, because your ideas have changed, your perceptions of life, people, and situations have changed. Maybe where you're at the moment is just questioning and just trying to gain understanding and to gain comprehension of what is your new reality, what is your new life, what are the things that used to be important to you and maybe aren't anymore, or other way around. So the Hierophant is the card of sort of just trying to have generalized faith and understanding, recognizing the things that are valid and important and the things that are not. But it's also the card of that says to you that sometimes it's about the teaching and the learnings and the lessons. And these two put together, when I look at these two, what was the objective and where you're at, I definitely think you're doing okay. I definitely think this is a confirmation, Virgo, that you're on track. You're not too far off the mark. But where you are at now is maybe questioning, maybe trying to understand the evolution that's taken place, or the change that's taken place within you. So you are feeling quite confident. You are feeling quite secure. You have grown and learned a lot, but it's now trying to figure it all out and to understand the bigger picture, because that's what we get with the Hierophant or the Faith card. It is about the bigger picture stuff. It's not about blind trust or blind faith, but it is just about understanding everything, questioning and understanding, because everything has shifted. Everything has shifted a couple of degrees, and now that we're 11 months in, you know, that we started off as a 1 degree, and as the months go, the gap got bigger and bigger. So this is where you were, and this is where you are now. So this is just you trying to comprehend and understand everything that's taken place for you during 2021. Okay, so based on these two cards, this third card is going to give you the next logical step or process. Okay, so what's next for you? Where are you moving to? Once you've gained this knowledge and this understanding, once you have a better understanding of your circumstance and your situation, where's it taking you to? What's next for you? And these three together will really give the answer as to, you know, how 2021 is played out for you. So let's have a look. There was all these new ideas, new ways of thinking, new thought processes. You're questioning and trying to understand the bigger picture, which is going to lead you towards the Two of Swords. So Swords energy is coming through quite strongly. Swords is definitely the suit of the mind, of the intellect, the thinking, the thought processes, and all of that. So we're definitely staying very much in the head, okay, very much in the mind. Two of Swords. Now, the first thing I notice when I look at the graphic is the blindfold across the face, okay? And that is exactly what Two of Swords energy is saying. Two of Swords is saying to you that sometimes we don't want to see what's right in front of us. Sometimes we are blind to the truth or blind to the situation. Whether it's something we do on purpose or whether it's something that we're not even aware of, okay, that is still to be determined. But the Two of Swords is the card of saying to you that you're not being completely open, or you're not seeing the full picture. And based on these three together, what this is really saying to you, Virgo, is, let's be honest, 2021 has not been easy. It's not been a simple walk in the park. You've had many, many challenges. And the challenges that you've experienced this year have really created I'm going to call it challenges and difficulties in the mind with your perception and understanding of life, situations, circumstances, people even, okay? Where you're at now is like really trying to comprehend and trying to like put all the puzzle pieces together to see the bigger picture. Going forward, it looks like you're not really going to get clarity on that. Going forward, it looks like there's still going to be this element of confusion, this element of, I don't understand, okay? We're gonna see more here, but definitely it looks like whatever has transpired in your life for you in 2021, it's not at this stage, we're not feeling overly confident. We're actually feeling a little bit like, what's going on, okay? There's a little bit of like, I'm not quite sure I understand, I'm not quite sure I comprehend, and I'm not quite sure I like it. Okay, so now let's see if these two add a little bit more insight, because this is how the year has played out for you. The objective, where you are, and what's coming up next. Card number 4 down here, we're going to look at what do you still, I mean, we now at the time of recording this particular video for all Virgo energy is the end of November. So it's the end of November, we've got 1 month left of 2021. So card 4 is going to help you to, what do you still need to do in 2021, in December of 2021, so that we can resolve this, so that we can clear this, so that we can fix this, so that we don't carry this energy into 2022. Because we don't want to go into 2022 with the blindfold on. No, we want to remove the blindfold. We want to have clarity. We want to have understanding. We want to have tranquility, peace, and happiness in our hearts. So what do you still need to learn or overcome or deal with in December 2021 so that we can change this scenario? Let's have a look and see what we've got. You know, you saw how much I shuffled the cards. I really did a detailed long shuffle. This particular card has come up in this position, I think, already twice. This is the 3rd appearance in these December videos that I'm doing. So this is obviously something that everybody's dealing with, that everybody's needing to process. So Virgo, the Moon card, okay? The Moon card is the card of intuition. It's the card of your how can I put it? It's the card of facing your fears and trusting yourself and believing in yourself. But it's the card that says to you, sometimes you have to face the difficulties. Sometimes you have to remove that blindfold and face reality head on so that you can fully understand, fully comprehend, and move on, okay? So what do you still have to do? What do you still have to learn in or do in December 2021 so that we don't carry this energy into 2022? And this is Spirit saying to you, you still have to look into the shadows. You still have to look into those dark aspects or parts of yourself, those parts that you're blindfolded against, that you're choosing not to look at. We have to remove that blindfold and we have to look, because and I have to also at this point add in that what you're going to see, what you're going to face is not that scary. It's the idea of it that's more scary. It's the concept of it. It's what's in your mind that's truly, truly scary. But the reality is going to be a lot simpler and a lot easier. The Moon card is also the card of cycles, okay? Because the Moon, it's a 28-day cycle. There's nothing we can do about it. It's a guarantee that it's every day it's going to be different, and it's moving through the 28 cycles, and it's on repeat. So we need to clear this so that we don't carry this energy into 2022. So I am going to say to you, Virgo, as you go through the month of December, if anything comes up in your life that is a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit painful to see, a little bit painful to experience, a little bit painful to go through, take a minute, take the time to actually do that, to actually process the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings, the words, whatever it is. Don't ignore it. Don't shove it under the carpet and hope that it just goes away on its own, because it's not going to. You need to face those things. Okay, so I am quite confident that you will be able to do it. I am quite confident that it's not going to be over like really, really scary. It's not. We think it's scary until we actually find the courage to look at it, and then we say, oh, but actually, what was I afraid of? You know, why was I nervous? Why was I afraid? Because it's okay. So with a little bit of courage, with a little bit of conviction, I think you can resolve this and overcome this. But we want to do that. We don't want to carry this energy into 2022, as I said. All right, we've got one tarot card left, and this tarot card is we've identified we don't want to carry this energy into 2022. So what from 2021 do we want to take into 2022? That's what this card is all about. So this is something that you can take from 2021 into 2022, which is going to benefit you and help you. And what we've got here is the Four of Coins. Oh, that's very interesting. So the Four of Coins, if you have a look at this artwork, you can see by the expression on his face, he's not really open. He's not really friendly. He's holding on to his money. He's holding on to his coins, but he's holding on so tightly and he's not sharing. If you look at him, it's almost like you can hear him saying, what do you want? This is mine. Go get your own. Okay. He's not prepared to share. Now, the Four of Coins is the card of holding on to that which you have. It's a very fine line between holding on for security or holding on for, what's the word I'm looking for? For safety. No, security and safety is the same thing. For being a Scrooge, okay? I think that's the word I'm looking for. So there's greed and then there's security. And that line, as they say, there's a very fine line between sanity and madness. And that's the Four of Coins. So it's about trying to find that balance between what do you hold on to and what you let go of. And I do think that is exactly the lesson of 2021. And that's why Spirit is saying you can take this into 2022 with you. Because your understanding, your perception, your mindset has shifted, is shifting during 2021. You've still got a little bit of work to do. We need to remove that blindfold. And once we've removed that blindfold, we're going to have the understanding that we need. And once we've done all of that, you're going to understand what parts of yourself to hold on to and what parts of yourself to let go. And that understanding, information, and fabulousness is what you will carry into 2022. Okay, so Virgo, that's the tarot covered. Let's now have a look at the Oracle. So this is Wisdom of the Oracle card. This is going to give us just confirmation. It's going to give us validation. It's going to give us a little bit of clarity on the reading that we've already covered. And let's see what Spirit wants you to know. This is interesting. Soulmates. So we've got two beautiful penguins covered in hearts all over the place, lovingly embracing each other. And it is card number 41, and it is the card of soulmates. So how do we relate this to the reading? Soulmates is telling you, so what is a soulmate? A soulmate is two individuals who feel complete, who just feel so much better when they are together. When they're apart from each other, they feel as if they're missing something. And this is exactly what you're going through. It's not about your connection with somebody else. It's about your connection with yourself. You need to become your own soulmate. You need to become that part of yourself. You need to find, and maybe that's why the Moon card is here, is you need to find the other half of yourself. And that's what 2021 has been all about. And it's about recognizing the parts of yourself that you need to hold on to and the parts of yourself that you need to let go of. And so that you have this perfect mix, the soulmate connection between you and you, two versions of yourself or two pieces of yourself that need to join and need to connect so that you can be the best version of yourself that you need to be. But you can't do it if you don't remove the blindfold, if you don't ask the questions, if you don't discover the truth of who you are. And that is the objective of 2021. Okay, so Virgo, you've still got a bit of work to do. I think it's going to be easier than we think. It's not as scary and as complicated as our mind allows us to think. And when we figure that out and we learn the balance, we learn that fine line between, greed and safety or greed and security. When you find that out, you will find life becomes like two soulmates joining. It just becomes effortless, becomes easy, it becomes wonderful, it becomes fabulous. And that is something that you need to resolve or understand before 2021 ends and before we go into 2022. So Virgo, I do hope that this reading helps you. I do hope it gives you the clarity and the understanding that you need. And as always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.